Good day, lords and ladies. Welcome to Red Rogue C, a Cornish first look video. This game was sent to me to do a review of. I will say that if you're interested, the link below in the description takes you to this game. It is still in the beta stages of development, or at least my copy of the game is beta iteration. So let's take a quick look. Before we go into it, this game is developed by Firemade Studios and published by Firemade Studios and Phoenix Games. So, nice standard setup. Only thing I will say is that I can't change it to full screen, so we're on this weird, well, when I'm recording it, I'm basically doing it on windowed, which is a bit annoying. Pretty minimalistic setup menu, but for a game like this you don't need a lot of it. Nice range of languages. You can reset the controls. So pretty straightforward settings. But you're probably asking, what is Red Rogue C? Red Rogue C is a roguelike turn-based tactics game with some light card elements in it. Now, you can do the prologue to teach you the basics of the game, but in my experience I found it to be a little bit lacking on how certain systems work. So basically go into a new game and I'll explain the basics of it to you. For those of you who want a general description of what the game is like, it is very similar to FTL, Faster Than Light. Has a lot of similar feelings to it, but it's in a pirate-themed game. So here we go. You can choose your ship. There's different kinds of ships. Complete merchant quest to unlock. As you can see here, risky venture. We can randomize the characters. You can get some new ones. Oblivion. Basically, it's similar to FTL, where you get new ships depending on a whole host of things. And they have different playing styles. Like, this guy is obviously very set up for melee. Yeah, this has this is a guy's a raider, and we'll get into more details. But let's start off with picking. I believe the merchants are designed to be a fairly balanced one. So we don't have any guns. Let's just go back to a basic. We've got risky venture, which is a difficulty. Smart AA, fair combat counters. So this is the demo phase in the game, so we can't change the difficulty. We can not actually do a lot. So, as you can see here, you have your captain. This is your character. You have your crew. If you hover over them, you can see what they are basically good at. This guy is good at doing repairs and stabilizing the ship. This guy is good at seafaring. This guy is good at seafaring. We have a cannon. We have a harpoon. I'll explain it more. Like, cannons are basic artillery. Think like this is very FTL. So think of it like these are your basic starting weapons. Like, these cards basically work in your deck, starting like fuel, for lack of a better word, like your rations, the money you spend, and your hull strength. Ancient coins used to purchase ships, each offering unique crews and tactics. Earn them by defeating powerful enemies. 3 tablet pieces are needed to unlock the ancient knowledge of the Red Rogue. Seek them out during your adventures. Okay. And each character has a special ability. Like for him, for example, mercenary wielding combat knife appears in the chosen square within the enemy's lower floor. It remains active for 2 rounds. Or we could switch out to her, which is a swarm of snakes invades the upper floor of the selected ship of the fort. The general crew members present, enemies and allies alike, for 3 HP. As you can see, I thought I'd change that over. So they all have their own weapons. Gold Rush, we'll get into this. This basically is cards. As I said, this is the demo version, so a lot of things are locked. Yeah. If your first time playing, we recommend starting with the prologue to learn against core mechanics. You can, they're fairly straightforward and I will explain them. Because the problem is with the prologue, it doesn't really give you an accurate breakdown of how the, like it says, it explains how the world map works, but I found that when I went out into it, because the prologue was very linear, it didn't really explain a lot of things. Well, to clarify, it didn't explain a lot of things that weren't necessary to sort of core combat mechanics and how to upgrade certain bits and pieces. It told you how to core systems, but a lot of the more nuance of the game wasn't there. Okay, please note this is a beta version. Some features are currently disabled, including more tactic cards, unlockable ships, captain achievements, save systems, key rebindings, that kind of thing. Okay. You sail under the banner of the Merchants Guild, a prestigious trading faction with strong ties to the Golden Sea sector, bound by world tradition and careful diplomacy. Most members of the total line of lawful commerce, which you chose a different path. Greed, ambition, and the call of freedom have driven you beyond the guild's boundaries, breaking piracy in pursuit of something greater. The tablet of the first man, once worded by the infamous Red Rogue, said to command the very sea itself. The Royal Army has had it for decades, and so do you. You are in the Blue Sea, a calm sector of clear skies and steady winds. It is one of the most popular areas in the archipelago. Port thieves port thrive trade, including goes host of bustling towns. Sea routes are crowded. The Royal Army is everywhere, coastal outposts patrolling warships and banners in every harbour, marking this as a tightly secured and closely watched zone. Okay, so if we had Alt, we can hover over our crew to see what they do. He is repair. You are more to do with that. So we're going to drag you to, like, basically think of this a bit like FTL. I know I'm going to use it a lot, but it's the easiest way to describe it. Actually, I'm going to put you here because you're repair. We don't have a gunner, which is annoying. Basically, this is how it works. You basically have two actions. Each character has two actions: movement action and a combat action. And a combat action is used by playing cards. We'll get into that more often. They all have their own skills. As you can see, if you press Alt, you can basically hover over them. You can see what they're wielding. He's got a combat knife. He's got a flintlock pistol. We've got no goals, no piece of tablets. Yeah, no quests against other factions. No resources, and here's the deck we have to play with. So you can only have 25 cards in play. And as you can see, you basically want to play to your strength. I'm not a big fan of boarding unless we have to. But we don't have anyone that can fix. If anybody can put... Okay. So yeah, I'm going to drop down the amount of boarding action cards we have. So it's going to put 2 healing stuff down. And most of our guys are melee. So we probably want to have another melee card. Okay. We can't increase our specials, and we're limited on this. Repairs we can do. It only repairs existing hull. It doesn't repair the HPTS ship. We've got nothing in the arsenal. Okay. And anytime you can see what you've got to play with here. Okay, so we're okay. Let's go to the world map. So we're starting here, and as you can see, it has a very familiar FTL mode. You can press Alt for legends, forts, cities, towns, shipwrecks, islands, hideouts, anomalies, ship spotted, royal patrols. Blue Sea is there's different regions, and to get them we need to get to basically these locations. I am going to go and have like a gander around. Okay, You set foot on a small island to rest and recover. A trickle of water flows nearby and dense vegetation leads into deep jungle. You're thinking of what to best do when work on minor repairs, find fresh water, go into the jungle. Okay. You fish in the wild, catching enough to prepare for a healthy to live your crew. Okay, so we got a bit of supplies. That's not too bad. We could do a fight. We could go to a city. It looks like there's a patrol in that region. Let's go and have a fight. You sail towards this destination, you spot a cargo ship struggling to stay off course. Though you spyglass, you see torn sails and weary sailors barely keeping it afloat. It's heavily loaded and ripe for the taking. Board the ship. You close the storm-weakened vessel. The sailors barely resist and surrender quickly. You seize the cargo, but one of your crew is wounded in the scuffle. Okay, so he loses a bit of HP. We get some resources. So who did we... Yeah, he's got permanent wound, -1 to HP, so his HP goes down. That's not great. But we got some resources. I don't want to go into the Sea of the Damned because that sounds unpleasant, so let's head to here. Upon disembarking from your ship, a woman adorned in jewellery and colourful clothing approaches you. I see a dire fate in your eyes. Come to my shop and I shall reveal the fortune of what will teach you. Accept the invitation. You head to the shop. Once inside, notice a large number of strange objects on display. Show me your palm of your hand. I see a journey full of hardship here. Take this. I hope it's of help. Okay, so get some more food. Okay, so they got a patrol in this region. I want to go to the shipwreck. You come across a wrecked ship, its hull shattered and debris floating all around. Survivors cling desperately to planks while cargo and chests bob in the waves. Take the loot, help the survivors, use the planks to patch a hull. Let's help the survivors, because I need an extra crewman. Ooh, so we actually got some of those half decent. Increases the effective cards, so we've got a healer. That's actually really good. So, you, sir, because you're all about a repair, so I'm going to put you here so you can rush to the sails. You're going to go on the cannon here, which is nice. Yes, we've got a new crew member. Very nice. Having some healing for him to do is great. I am going to go to this ship engagement. An unexpected brigantine looms into view out of the mist with black sails and amber pennant. It approaches fast, no flag, truce, no signals. Inspect this strange hull from afar. The sphere recognises the hull markings and remembers the ship long believed lost in the Sea of the Damned. Terrified, he swings the ship around and orders full of sails. They are not alive, he may have mistaken. Moments later, the brigantine vanishes once more into the mist. Terrifying. Okay. So yeah, these guys span out, so we need to basically keep ahead of them. You encounter Royal Army blockade, preventing your ships from docking. They inspect vessels for signs of piracy and stolen cargo. Fire first. Let them board you. Let's let them board you. Okay. A royal officer boards your ship and eyes your special task if you reward your cargo and belongings. Let's bribe him. You hand him a heavy pouch of gold. He glares at you for a moment, pocketing the bribe, and returns to the ship without a word. See, they're spreading out and they're getting stronger as well. That's a fortress which can be a bit of a pain to take. I'd rather go up here and see what we can get out of this. Heading to your destination, you spot a particularly collapsed fort barely visible through the mist. The cannons are silent, but no banners fly. The only movement is circular crows overhead. You bellow a trade for You bellow a trade for a handful of goods. Yeah. A glint from a spyglass appears on the battlements, watching you. Suddenly, the fort gates begin to open. It seems you've accepted your offer. Step into the fort to strike a deal. Okay. So, what do we want? Fires a heavy ball, can target enemy's hulls, causing 3 hull damage on impact. Very nice. Nothing we need to repair. money that we have. Upgrade your ship's maneuverability. That would be good. We could get a new crew member. Getting higher maneuverability would be nice. I don't like the options we have for weapons. I need a bit of food, to be honest. Let's get a bit of food. I'm going to upgrade our maneuverability. Got nothing to sell. So we can leave. Okay. Go to the Blue Sea. I might want to basically go to this island first, see if we can find something useful. Teleports you with a hungry look, hands you a note, merchant nearby, food for trade. Not time, okay. Let's head back, it's going to cost us a supply, and then we can head in. Sail to next sea, enemies will be stronger. Yeah, but they're spreading out already, so I can't really stay here. Okay. You're in the Blue Sea, a calm section of clear skies and steady winds. It's one of the most populated areas, okay. So here we go. We've got Gold Sea, the Deep Sea. I might try and swing around this way, so let's see what we have up here. Beneath the broken dome of pale stone, the scent of cinnamon and ash linger. A scholar in your crew whispers, this is a temple of worship for the Red Rogue. It may yet hold offerings untouched by time, but superstition runs deep in the man's heart. Study the glyphs on the entrance. You recall an ancient tale of your former master repeated time and again. The glyphs recount the rise of the Red Rogue. A true leader said to command the force of the sea. As you follow the curves, your finger find a hidden switch. With a click of stone, a golden chamber opens before you, revealing remarkable artifacts. Toxic water card. Upon a random enemy crew member aboard the enemy ship, lose free health, melee weapons, and some money. Okay. So we haven't got a brawler, but you can take that. If we wanted to, we could give you the toxic water card. Which, to be honest, might be nice. I really don't like boarding. So, let's get rid of the boarding. Oh, let me guess, we can't get... Why can't we get that? Oh, there we go. So we get that. And what do we want in return? Probably another first... No, I'm going to go with another melee attack. In case they board us. Okay. Because we've got a lot of melee weapons. Okay. So they're here in this location. Okay. So we need to be quick. Let's see if we can get ourselves a fight. Refuse and repair battle. Roll my brig, cuts across you. So, my merchants, we know your kind, traffickers and smugglers. The water is under control. Surrender the contraband submits to inspection. Drill wait to command. Refuse and prepare for battle. Okay. So, this is how battle works. Each character has a movement indicated by the green pip on their character, and they have movement action and a combat action. So, first things first, we want to determine who is going to move. If we press space, we can drop it down. So they've got 2 crew members. I haven't got any harpoons. I don't like boarding. I know it's like valuable, but let us just keep sailing for the time being. Okay, so we press that's a special card we can play, which means that we are harder to hit. Then in response, I am going to fire a cannonball. We're going to select this cannon, and we are going to shoot him. Yeah, damage his hull, make it harder for him to hit. He's going to return fire on us, and that's not great. We're taking on water. Okay, so let us get back aboard deck. We have nothing right now that we can do. Not easily, because we haven't got any harpoons. What has he got there? Widowmaker artillery piece. No, let's pass around. Don't discard any cards. King's Will. Okay. Let's... Yeah, I'm going to pass around. Going to discard one of these. Choose someone that's basically has no turn, which is going to be him. And player 2. Okay, so what do we get? Another round card, okay. Not great. Don't want to escape. We haven't got a cannon. Need to get another cannon, really. So let's discard a... Repair the hull. He's going to fire off a cannonball. Yeah, that hurts. So we actually do need to do a repair. We missed. I'm going to basically, because they obviously have no way of getting on board our ship. But we can do this. So if we go to the top of the deck... No. If we go to the top of the deck, his deck, what we can do is we can say, turn you... Yeah, let's turn you. So you're on our side. And then we'll spend a turn. Okay. I really get sick of them shooting my ship. Okay, first things first. So let's repair our ship to get our momentum back up. We are going to basically hurt everyone with that. We are then going to shoot his cannon so he can no longer shoot back at us. He's going to run downstairs. We can't do anything this turn. So let's discard a card. Yeah, we need to get some more. Let's get some more ships and some more snakes on the ship. I don't know why we can't target the crew with artillery. I know it's a bit challenging, but... King's Will. One of our crewmen becomes exhausted. That's fine. Yeah, this is going to be a drawn-out slog. Yeah, no one's going to have boarded. King's Will, someone's exhausted. Finally. Another hit on their ship, breaks a cannon. Just trying to draw as much cannonball out. You could fire at their hull, but there's no point right now. So I'm just trying to go for my deck and get cannons out. I need more cannons, really. We're going to do a repair and get the cannon up. We missed, which means they're going to get a fire back on us. King's Will. Someone's exhausted. We can't do anything. Man. Okay, yeah. I should have kept... I don't like boarding in this game, though, because your guys take a ton of damage doing it. And then it's risky, because then you can't just sink them. You have to sort of... The problem with boarding is like it is an FTL, which is if you sink the ship with cannon fire, it's not great. So they missed. Okay, let's... I'm going to discard a lot of those. Okay, let's get ourselves another cannon shot. Okay. I need more cannons. Probably should have done that. Bit annoying, my mistake. Okay. Don't discard anything, just end his turn. He's going to do a repair, but is that all he can do that turn, which is fine. Let's keep the cannon pinned down. Yeah. Okay. Just more cannons. More cannonballs, please. Okay. And let's get him under our control. Oh, so he's not helping us, which is annoying. So one of their crew is dead. Okay, so their cannon is out of commission. Discipline. So he's not going to die anytime soon. I mean... Fix up the ship a bit. Yeah, we're running out of cars to use. Okay. Let's just get time to go by, because we've only got one set of cannons. Okay, discipline. Doesn't save you, mate, because I'm going to fire cannonballs at you. I mean, to be honest, we could just wait for this to come back around. No, it's going to be ages. Can't be bothered. Okay. Because there's a better reward if we don't sink the ship. But, taking a ton of damage I'm not happy with. So 65 and some food. Not great, to be honest. We could have done better. So here we are. And they're spreading out. I want to try and get to the Golden Sea. Let's go to another island. Among the ruined temples, you spot a bottle bubbling in the waves, sealed with wax. Side, you find a crumpled parchment still legible. It reads, "To any who find this, seek the island marked with 3 palm trees near waterfall. The tablet of the first man is there. The army hunt us. Take the bottle and note its description. If the message is real, it would be worth investigating. You search for this island." We have found a note. Should be investigated further in the islands nearby in the blue sea sector. Okay. So let's do one more ship encounter. Just to sort the ship combat. You spot a modest, elegant vessel. A tall man in golden trimmed robe steps into his deck. The wind brings strange currents today. Perhaps you will care for a story captain, some old and nearly forgotten. Here is his story. He speaks of a ruined empire beneath the waves, an artifact fist from the depths. From a velvety pouch he grabs a strange coral-like shard. You do not understand it, perhaps your kind might. I studied the artifact. Your sawbones examines it with care. The shard pulses with faint knowledge flowing, unnatural but useful. Permanent upgrade your ship's maneuvering by 10. A ship can only have 2 permanent upgrades, maneuvering upgrades at a maximum. Okay. So now it has 17 maneuverability. Very nice. But yeah, from there we'll have to go back to places that we've been, unfortunately. You spot a small trade ship sloop nearby. Destination is fine, keep no menace. Hail the trade on board. Proceed with the trade. So if we had more money, we could get some stuff. Chain ball, which would be very nice. I mean, some hull repair, not going to lie, would be great. Grab a bit of food, the rest is hull repair. Okay. Then we can go on to other places. Hull is fine, 4 food. That was a good deal, I should have taken that. Dag nabbit. Okay. Visit the shop. Nothing that we can afford. Okay. But as you can see, they're spreading out, keeping it under lock. But this has basically been Red Rogue Sea, folks. If you like it, it has very much a FTL feel to it. And I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.